Hello, my beautiful friends. So a couple weeks ago, I had asked you guys all to ask me questions for 10,000 subscribers so I could do a Q&A. And well, I asked, and then I received. So I got a bunch of questions lined up from both the Discord server and the YouTube community post. Join the Discord, the server's gonna be down below. Our first question comes from TJman461. What's the best fart you've ever farted? Okay, I can almost guarantee that this was asked as a joke, but I have a real answer for this actually. So when I was in Spain around 2015, I had one of the worst stomach aches possible. Like, this was really bad. I felt super bloated, and before you even ask, no, I did not need to take a shit. So this had actually started the day before we were leaving Spain and carried out until the day we had left. So on the way back, during the airplane ride from Spain to the France airport, I felt the pain getting worse and worse to the point of like severe nausea. Once the plane had landed, I had felt like an air bubble. You know when you swallow air by accident when you're eating? Yeah, like that, but reverse. I let out like a 15-second silent solid air fart. I am not kidding. I still remember it to this day. I felt my stomach deflate. Our next question comes from Fat, High, and Happy on the Discord. Who's been your fan since day one, and is it better to smoke inside or outside? So my fan since day one has obviously been my wonderful girlfriend. She's been literally my fan since day one, like the question says. I tried YouTube so many times, and she's supported me through each and every attempt. Almost. She's also been the one who supported the idea of making this channel. So yeah, we actually just celebrated our 3rd anniversary a couple weeks ago. As for the second question, I personally enjoy outdoors instead, because if you do it indoor, the smell is just going to take a while to get out of the house. That's just my personal preference though. Our third question comes from Grimcut from the Discord. What inspired you to start making this content? The thing that inspired me to start making this sort of content was honestly the fact that I love telling stories and I love talking about my experiences. I also saw that others were, getting a bit of traction by doing so. Obviously, the big ones like Chains and Ninye, but I saw others like Exo0, Birdie, and Loney. I actually remember texting my girlfriend a screenshot of each of those guys' channels and showing her, look how fast they're growing. If they can do it, why can't I? And I mean, now look where we are. It's literally been 3 months. Our next question actually comes from Loney. Top 5 music artists. Okay, so number 1 is going to be Joji. Number 2 is going to be Travis Scott. Number 3 is going to be Kendrick. Number 4 is going to be Tyler, the Creator. And number 5 is going to be Steve Lake. Nah. Number 5 is going to be Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin is one of the producers behind some of the greatest rap songs ever. Next question comes from Ari. Do you have any pets? Face reveal ever? And do you watch anime? Okay, I have one pet. His name is Sterling. He's a dog. He's very short, and I honestly don't really know what goes on in his head. To the second question, I don't know if I'd ever want to do a face reveal. If I'm being completely honest, I was kind of debating throwing my face in this video as a joke, but I kind of lost interest. If you're really that interested in finding my face, it's not that hard to find it. You just have to do a little bit of digging, and you'll eventually find it. Now, I do watch anime every now and then. I do consider Death Note one of my favorite shows. But again, that's sort of like the Breaking Bad of the anime genre. Everyone has seen it, at least part of it, so. But yeah, I dabble. Next question from Hieroglyphics. Do you believe in God? Next question is from Rose Lucky. Have you ever sipped lemon? I have never sipped lemon, and if I'm being honest, I don't really plan on ever doing so. That stuff really scares me. Do you have any tips for beginners smoking? My tips for beginners would be know your limit, don't go overboard, and to make sure you're with people you trust for your first couple times, or honestly, better yet, just be alone. Just make sure that you have water next to you because your mouth will get really dry, and YouTube nearby. That's That's usually something that would help distract me if I wasn't doing the best. But that's what I would recommend. Our next question is from A_XX Yuri. Yuri. If you could change anything about your first sesh, what would it be? I don't think I would really change anything about my first sesh. It was honestly as comfortable as I'd hoped it could be, and it's a good memory, to be honest. Our next question is from Grape Juice. Hey, I was wondering about what editing software or drawing app do you use? Also, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, Merry belated Christmas to you too, Grape Juice. I use Sony Vegas Pro, but I'm honestly thinking of changing over to Adobe Premiere Pro because Sony Vegas is ancient, at least my version is. I use Sony Vegas 16. Actually, for my first 2 videos, I used MS Paint, which is just the pre-installed Paint app that's on almost every computer. But apart from those, I use Paint.net, which is a lot easier to use and overall looks smoother. Next question from Bodie the Kid. When did you get the idea to start this channel, and do you have any tips? Like I said before, I'd gotten the idea to start this channel from seeing a lot of other creators doing the same thing, and they were getting growth, but I do have some tips. One thing I will say is, as cliche as it sounds, ignore what negative things that people have to say. Essentially ignore the people hating on you. No matter how good of a person you are or what you do, there is always going to be someone who's gonna hate on what you do. That's pretty much inevitable. Another tip is, like, don't go into it immediately expecting massive success, because that's gonna lead but nothing but disappointment. Once you put your heart and soul into a video and look back only to get 30 views, that's gonna lead to disappointment. Next question from Mr. Moneybags. What inspired you to do YouTube? Now, although this question looks the same as some of the others, I actually have a whole other explanation for this question. I've wanted to do YouTube since I was around 10 years old, and over these past 8 years, I think I've tried almost every genre possible. I used to spend a lot of time studying the YouTube algorithm because I wanted to see growth. One song that I actually have like a personal connection with is I Wonder by Kanye West. The first lyric, find your dreams come true. Like, this was my dream. I'd always wanted to do something like this. Follow your dreams. Yeah. Anyways, our final question of the day is from Dominic Bernard. What's your favorite thing so far about doing YouTube? Also, great storytelling, by the way. Thank you. One of my favorite things about doing YouTube is the fact that I get to see something that I've wanted to do literally, again, like I said earlier, for so long, finally come into fruition is amazing. I also love having a little audience of my own, and they're for people who actually, like, they enjoy and appreciate what I do. That's amazing. Another thing I love about doing YouTube is video, like the video editing process. I have always loved doing video editing. That's actually what I was thinking of going to college or university for, is like film editing or camera work or things like that. I've always loved the idea of, you know, putting together stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. They're literally helping my dreams come true, so thank you all for that. I really mean it. I love you all, and to all of my exquisitely lovely subscribers,